Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Aluminum Tarot. Just going to make sure that we're actually recording this time. I've had a few, snafus over the last 24 hours trying to record something. I guess that's a little bit of the energy we have. So for you guys, Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, we do realize that we are currently, today as of recording this, we are going through a lunar eclipse, and that is going to be in sign of Virgo. So for those with Moon in Virgo, which is I am Moon in Virgo at about maybe I think 27 degrees. This basically is going to be quite impactful. So hopefully, if I'm not back after this, particular reading, or if I don't get through the day, then you'll know what's up. Anyways, I'll send out a distress signal so that you can find me a bit later on. Anyways, we're going to be reading this for the month of October. It's going to be from October 1st to October 31st. Just going to be checking in with your energies, seeing what's taking place with you for this period in time. If you like what you see here with this channel, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. Feel free to interact with the chat. And if you'd like to, chuck me a few quid in the PayPal link put in the description box below. And I'll be more than happy as I am powered on coffee. Things look all right so far. We're going to go ahead and peer into your energies, Virgo. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What's taking place for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of October 2025? What is taking place for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of October 2025? Okay. So what is the significance of the lunar eclipse as I do this? When we have a lunar eclipse, it's a time for us to purge things that we no longer need. It is eclipsing that energy. So it is in essence chucking it out for a brief period and getting us to focus on it. So it's like it's sapping the energy away from us in the lunar or the solar, depending on which one it is at that time. And it's clearing out all the old clutches so that way we can get back to a new phase. So with the moon, you're going to have you're going to have basically a chance for you to reevaluate thought processes because the moon represents the mind. And in addition, you'll be able to clear out the emotional, dross that you've accumulated over a period of time. So it's kind of like a good purge, a good spiritual enema, if you want to look at it that way. So Virgo's current energy, Virgo's challenge. What is Virgo's recent past? What is Virgo's near future? What is at the core of Virgo? What is at the crown? Right, and what is the outcome for the month of October 2025? Oh, very, very nice. Very nice there. Okay, so one of the cards I see in the deck, that's you, King of Pentacles. That could also represent Capricorn as well. But, I'm a little bit biased and I'm a bit biased and partial to the earth signs, as many of my good friends are Tauruses. I'm a Taurus, Virgos as well. I tend to get on with them quite well. Anyone also with Venusian energy, like Librans, tend to be all right as well. And yeah, also Aquarians. I have a lot of Aquarius in my chart based on the whole signs configuration of these things. Oh look, another card. We have here the Ten of Cups. So things look pretty positive. I'm going to go ahead and go through the reading. If I need to clarify anything, I'll do so, and then I'll pull an oracle card from the Steampunk Lenormand after that. So getting into the whole heart of the matter, this is your energy currently. So you have the Ten of Pentacles, and this is in the reverse, And what this tells us is that you've gone through a bit of a fall from grace. You may have gone through some very difficult financial situations. And for a Virgo, that is a very big no-no, because we like to have kind of our ducks in a row when it comes to the way that we approach our resources in our physical being. So there may be Virgos that focus a lot on health. There may be Virgos that focus on intellectual pursuits, finance, economics, things of that nature. And to have a Ten of Pentacles in the reverse basically talks about whatever happened in this fall from grace, you're now trying to work your way out of it. You know, you're trying to illuminate things and make them a bit clearer, so that way you can find a solution. Virgos are solution orientated constantly. This is the way that I approach my life as a Virgo moon. When I have problems, it's, in essence, it can be very challenging. It can run you through all the stages of grief. You know, everyone becomes all sorts of bitches, and you know all sorts of other words. You know, I don't want to say too much, but despite the shade thrown at the situation, Virgos will then reel themselves back in, and then they will start to find more solution for whatever is going wrong in their life. So they are problem solvers by nature, and that's a very good thing. And this is where you find yourself now. So with this moon in the reverse, the challenge is illuminating everything, finding your way out of the darkness that you have been propelled in by an unknown circumstance. With Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, that could have come from a multitude of things. Say, for example, you divorced, because the Ten of Pentacles can represent the family, and it is the highest manifestation of family. Now, if you're divorced, that turns upside down, and now you lose half your stuff. And then that propels all sorts of new problems and headaches that you have to deal with. And so for the Virgos who are going through a divorce, this is how this manifests. Other people can be laid off from their jobs, and then you're forced to find a way to get an income that will substantiate the loss of earnings that you had from the previous company. And even if you work in the public, and you realize that your reputation had been tarnished, then it is about reclaiming that either through a legal dispute, but then of course you have to spend money on that, which then of course creates more headaches. That said, we move into the recent past. Seven of Wands, you had to do a lot of fighting in order to get yourself, to pick yourself back up off the ground. And what we find is that in doing this, you have been able to realize your strength and your determination to get back what you had lost in the past. I'm going to clarify this with one card. And look, we came back out. King of Pentacles, right again. These are not magic tricks, people. This is just the tarot. We look at this. You're really fighting for a position where you can be financially stable, secure, and master your material world. It is important for you to feel as if you have stability in your life, and that you can have something that is a solid foundation for you to do everything else with. As I was saying with you, Virgos like to have everything in order, and without that order, they can feel a bit chaotic. That's when they become very critical, over-analytical. They start to get inside their head. So I noticed that maybe in the past, Virgos may have had readings where they had the Eight of Swords constantly popping up in their reading. I don't see it here this time. There's not many swords cards. And that's a good thing. That means you finally come out of your head and you're taking action on everything that you need to do in order to rectify the situation. Now, what we have here in the near future is the Two of Wands in the reverse. Pisces just had the Two of Wands in the reverse. I'm going to clarify this. Clarify the Two of Wands in the reverse. And Pisces also had the Justice in the reverse too. So I see this as regaining balance, internally as well as externally. And what I see happening is that There we go. That's you taking control of your mental space, your mental health, and so on. Because you've realized that in the past, you've had to deal with people that are very unfair, who are very unscrupulous, who actually derailed your plans. That's kind of what I see the Two of Wands as in the reverse. In the upright, it's planning and going after the world, the completion. You see it in the distance. Maybe you hold it in your hands because it's a plan that you have. Now, in the reverse, you can see those plans being derailed due to something very unfair. Now, this could either be created from someone who had a very cold, callous demeanor, or now I see more so intuitively you taking the action to rectify these situations and going after what you want. You have a King of Pentacles in the past to get your physical foundation under control, and now you have a King of Swords in the near future, which says that yes, all of these things are unfair, but I know how to fight these battles a lot better than in the past. I do learn from my mistakes that I had done. So this is going to take serious reevaluation for all of the things that you did in the past, such as not having clear boundaries, overthinking certain situations, or not being able to master the sword, which is the intellectual, power that you carry as a Virgo, being ruled by Mercury, which is an air sign. So that said, you're looking here in your core energy. You have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is learning how to adapt, learning how to survive, thrive, and actually accomplish all of the things that you need. So you may have a large laundry list of things that you have to take control of. You may be moving, you may be going, getting your finances in order. These are things that Virgos thrive in because they represent this. This is being able to be intellectually capable in the material world, applying that mercurial air to the physical world. So it's juggling, multitasking, being able to speak, being very, articulate with whatever words that you want to speak. Probably not something that I'm doing right now at the current moment, but I'm going to work on it. So, looking at the Two of Pentacles, what do we have? Yeah. It's like I get the expression that I'm not ready yet. I need to get everything I need to get all my affairs in order so that way I can take that risk, take that leap into the future. It's not quite there yet, so I need to get all my ducks in a row before I take this leap into the future. That is the phrase that I keep getting here. And then with the crown energy here, you have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands in the reverse. This is what you consciously know about the experiences that you have had in the past. You don't want any drama. You don't want any bullshit. You don't want to have any headaches. Dealing with the future, you want an easier future, a better life, where you don't have to deal with cutthroats in the workplace or in love or in any of that kind of capacity. Yeah. And this is all about, this is the, what is that? Judgment card. So, and this is called the regeneration machine. And what it talks about is being renewed, having a second chance at certain things, allowing the universe to put you in a better position with a lot more vitality after this death phase that you've gone through in the past. The judgment is the reawakening of the dead. So after your old life comes your new life. And that is really, you want a life that is going to be drama-free. So whatever you experienced in the past that led to this fall from grace, you will now be stepping into a better energy where you hope that the universe will put you on the right path towards something that will allow you to have that sense of peace, where you can then move into a better mental space, better physical space, a better financial space, and all the other things become balanced out, because we do have in the near future, there was the justice in the reverse. You realize that things have not been balanced. You may have been giving too much and not receiving anything in return. You may have been overthinking and not getting anything solved. You may have had to spend a lot of money on things and things were not coming together. So, that said, let me clarify the world. Clarify the world. Clarify the world. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I love the tarot so much. It is so great the way this all comes out, because we have the World card as your final outcome for the month of October, and clarifying that, we have the Ten of Cups. This is very similar to the Pisces reading. So if you have Pisces in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, you could even say North Node, or even like Venus if you want to say. This will apply to you as well. So we have the World card and the Ten of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful outcome to the month of October. And I think that for you, once you get everything ready and you prepare, you're going to propel yourself into a much better space. I see this as you finally getting that wish fulfilled. And by going for the things that you want, by getting your internal, kingdom ready and prepared and protected and guided, then you will start to build that in the physical world. So as within, so without. And I think that this world shows like a leveling up. It shows you a completion to a cycle that has taken place in the past. So all of the things from the negativity of the past, you can put behind you fully. And then additionally, you will be able to go into this place that makes you feel really happy. I think you're going to be in a much better place. So if you're getting a new job, congratulations, you're going to be in a job that actually treats you well. And it's going to be more on the emotional fulfillment side. It may not be on the, financial side, but it's not going to matter because you're going to be happy. If it's a relationship situation, you're going to be in a place where you either A, meet a partner, or B, find a neighborhood or a group of people that is your Ten of Cups. You'll be in a better family life situation. You'll be in a place where you can feel like you are family and home again. So I'm really excited about this all. I think that you're in a much better spot by the end of October. And we're going to pull one card from Lenormand. God, I cannot ever say this word properly. Lenormand. We'll pull this from the Lenormand deck, Steampunk. There you go, doggo. For all of you doggos in the Chinese zodiac, this is a very important message here. But I love the dog. I've been looking at a lot of dog videos on YouTube because dogs have a personality about themselves that just screams loyalty, dedication, trust, authenticity. They don't hold anything back. Dogs typically have a personality about them that you know what they're thinking nearly all the time. They're very loyal, they're dedicated, they're willing to risk their lives for you. They are one of man's first domesticated animals, if not the first. And maybe back in the past when we were dealing with wolves in the wilderness, we saw them and we're just like, wow, friend shake, let's domesticate that. And I think that what this represents for your life is being able to tame everything that you have, yourself. Everything that you have been through is now helping you to reshape yourself so that you can be more loyal, dedicated, and honest with yourself. That will in turn build a nature outside of you in your physical world where people do the same. So if you lived in an authentic life in the past from this fall from grace, that fall from grace happened because it was trying to get you to show and see that the life you were living was inauthentic. And so fighting to get back into a space where you are fully realigned and that you go through this judgment period where, the universe gives you a complete resurgence from the old life. You moving out of the chrysalis of the old dead you, moving into a beautiful new situation where you have a butterfly, emerging from a cocoon, which is your life. I think that's where this is going to take place. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. I think, this is wonderful. And, with the dog energy here, you see that there's the number 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. And this is what's going to show that within yourself internally, you're almost there. And additionally, you have everything you need from within. And that's how you're going to manifest this. Cards of number 9 are usually showing an almost there. It can be a card of the isolated self after they have undergone a transformation from the number 8. That's it. Thank you so much for joining. This has been Aluminum Tarot. I appreciate your time, energy, and support for this channel. It really means a lot. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell, chuck me a few quid for the PayPal, so that way I can get powered back up on whatever black sheep coffee I enjoy, or whatever little places I like to go to around the city or the countryside. And yeah, if you like what you see as well, be sure to subscribe, share as well. And until next time, love and light. I wish you all the best for October. It looks very nice, and I hope that you make it there. Take care.